It's my third day here as a visitor, and I'm starting to learn a little bit about your way, but still so many things I don't understand. And yet there are certain things that do touch me, and one of the things is the reflections you do, before the meal, before, many times of the day. And that's a wonderful way to practice mindfulness, to bring it to your activities. And we were listening yesterday to talk about the monastic mind by Venerable Children, and I found that really beautiful, because I like the way that this Abbey will include everyone, monastic and lay, and rise, it's like raising up that sense of the monastic spirit of cultivating the good qualities and so on. And in our little discussion after the talk, the question came up about, well, is becoming a monastic and entering a form restrictive and tight, and maybe it will keep us from experiencing life fully or something like that, which is something that always comes up in people's minds who are contemplating or giving it a try. And even after I have been in robes for 11 years, I've still had the doubts arise, like, oh, maybe this is just not allowing me to fully experience life. And when I expressed that to someone a little while ago, she's also a monastic, and she encouraged me by saying she kind of relates it to an image of when, before she was a monastic, she was in a swamp. And it's all kind of, the edges aren't so clear, and it's full of all kinds of growth. And it could be quite interesting if you poke around here and poke around there, and you might get stuck in the mud a bit, but you keep plodding, and the sights, the sounds, it's quite interesting. But then she said when she became a monastic, it was a bit more like a lake, and there you have a very defined edge. So it can feel like you're confined, but what is in there is this precious water, this clear, precious water. And a lake can have a very still surface at times, in which you can look in and see your own reflection. So I thought, wow, yes, that is a good analogy, because this life, even though there's container, it actually enables something to happen. And although we're not jumping in and swimming physically, we are jumping into something, and that will hold us and allow us to look at whatever arises. So with this monastic mind being for everybody, we might find ourselves sometimes in a swamp in lay life, if that's where you are. Then come to a retreat and get some more clarity and have the boundaries. And then how do you bring that back? How do you create your little lake in your life? And I think this is where you can be creative and just try to set aside some time, a special place, and then keep that connection alive with your abbey, your local monastery. So it's a good thing to cultivate, and I'm really glad to have that encouragement and to see how it's lived, practiced in this community. So thank you.